going to start the next scenario, which is the fourth scenario. So in this one, we'll see how we can deploy containers on the Dockerizing Node.js application. That means how we can deploy the Node.js applications as containers. So we'll start the scenario. There are 5 steps. In this first step, base image. So as in a previous scenario also we have discussed about this base image. So let me just start with the base image, ideally as close to your desired configuration as possible. Node.js has a pre-built image available with tags for each release version. So the image for Node 7.0 is Node 7 PINE. So this is an Alpine-based build which is smaller and more streamlined than the official image. So we copy the content. So now we are defining the content we in a Docker file, the relevant needed content, and we'll move to the second step. The second step is npm install. In the previous set, we configured the foundation of the configuration, how we want the application to be deployed, all the things. The next stage is to install the dependencies required to run the application. For Node.js, this means running npm install. So to keep build times to a minimum, Docker caches the result of executing a line of Docker file in Docker file for use in a future build. If something is changed with the Docker build, invalidate the current and all the following lines to ensure everything is up to date. So we are going to write the lines that are required in order to Docker file the npm installation run. So we can move to the next step. Here we're going to configure application. Now after we have installed dependencies, we want to copy all the rest of the application source code, splitting the installation of dependencies and copying out source code enables us to use the cache when required. So we're going to deploy the application. In step 4, we are building and launching container. To launch the application inside the container, first of all, we need to build it. So I'm using the build command, docker build, and then I'm giving the image. So it will build the image. So once we build the image, so still it's not finished. Okay, successfully built. So once we build the image, we want to launch the built image. So in order to do it, we are using this docker run command, and we can test the container inaccessible using curl command. If the application responds, then means everything, we can ensure that everything has been started. Okay, it is responding. We can move to the next step. Environment variables. So Docker images should be designed that they can be transferred from one environment to other without making any changes requiring to be built. So by following the pattern, we configure that if it works in one environment such as staging, and then it will work in another such as production. So yes, it's a command. Okay, so that's all for this Dockerizing Node.js applications. We have come to the end of this scenario. Now we can move to the next scenario.